Cerebral Online.
So it says to Mabel, it says.
What?
So he says to Mabel, he says.
So he says to Mabel, he says.
So he says to Mabel, he says.
It says,
The hell was that?
hey guys, welcome back. I am Talent.
What the hell was that?
And,
I'm Skillz?
yeah, Skillz. Skillz,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Seriously, what the hell was that?
Deadpool and Wolverine. We just saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh shit, yeah. Dude. That shit had me fucked up.
Yeah, me too.
It's
It's had us from the ride home all the way through coming back here, like
marinating in it.
Yes.
Running it around in your head. Man, just
the
trying to.
movie was crazy.
It's fantastic. What was like the defining moment in this? That like when it kicked off, and you're like, this is exactly what I wanted to see.
All right, first of all, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
The
I mean,
fight scene
Deadpool rarely
of
does that, but okay.
Deadpool fighting the TVA with Logan's corpse was not only hilarious, but incredible.
Yeah.
This man was using every piece of his bones as a weapon. He had bone nunchuck. He used his spine with his skull to
Oh my
like a
God.
whip with a friggin' mallet at the end. He had his fingers. He was throwing at people like
caving people's
darts.
heads in, caving people's balls in. Like he just handed it to him.
And then at the end of that whole sequence, he used his own claws, like claws. He
Strapped that shit right on, like he was like a Boy Scout version of Wolverine. Sniggity snig.
unbelievable.
That was pretty.
He
amazing.
had the tendons still attached to it too. He's
Yeah.
like slashing people up. That like he did a better Wolverine than all the Wolverines except for Logan, I will say.
Oh man, the fight sequences were vicious. They were vicious. Like
Blood everywhere.
oh my god,
They did not hold back.
not 1 ounce. And they, like that kind of summarizes the whole movie. Like they did not hold anything back at all. Like and rightfully so, because I always viewed the Deadpool as like the voice of the fans, and the fact that the fans made Deadpool happen in the first place, and apparently Hugh Jackman was a key part of that the whole time. It was such a great feeling to feel like they're taking all these different elements of things that people just really wanted to see, and you got so close and then shut down. But now it's like, no, fuck
The
that shit.
stupid fox, which leads me to the scene that brings us to all that, where Wade is at the TVA, and Paradox is showing him the MCU, and he like, give me a second, and he runs back to the back of the scene, and he like grabs a camera, out of nowhere, and he's like, hey, fuck you, Fox.
Yeah, like
I'm joining it. He's like, I'm going to Disneyland.
I'm not with you motherfuckers anymore.
Yeah.
You're not holding me
And
back.
then he headbutts the camera, and it cracks, and he runs right back up. Genius.
We made it, motherfuckers. We're here.
It was that scene right there was so good. It was like that. It means so much.
Yeah, it did.
People don't understand it. I really don't think. Obviously, there's a huge part of the fan base that does understand, but there's also another huge part that does not understand that this movie isn't just like an MCU movie. It's an allegory, and it's like an allegory of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman in real life dealing with whatever studio things, the whole everything from the costumes to what they're able to do as far as in the fighting scenes and how much violence
and profanity that they're allowed to use. And I love that they use that venue also, where they were able to reach out to other people who have been in the Marvel Universe, but in like these limited ways that maybe have felt stifled. as actors,
let's get to them.
Oh, sure.
We'll get there.
Okay,
It's a
but I mean, I really appreciate the spirit behind it. You know, like this is a platform.
And it really was, though, isn't it? It's not. The movie was like a movie about the movie.
Yeah. It's their experiences in making these movies and like what drives them to do it and how much the fans really fuel them. Like you don't make a movie like this unless you are trying to live up to something. You know, like I played Wolverine for how many years and I never once got to actually give them what they were asking for. So like, you know, now's the chance. Now or never, motherfucker.
Yeah, it really was. It was now or never. It was. Look,
Till you're in your grave.
Tell him.
Yo.
So there's at least 2 scenes.
Yeah.
Where Deadpool says to
Hugh
Jackman. He's not even talking to Wolverine.
Yeah. He thought it was like, you thought you were out. No. Disney's going to keep you until you're 90.
Fox killed him. Disney brought him back. They're going to make him do this till he's 90.
Till you're 90.
It was so funny.
You're not getting out of this shit.
Yeah. You're going to do this forever. They got you now.
I will dig up your bones and animate you with fucking strings if I have to.
Quite literally. Quite literally. They got that out of the way right in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't come back, we're digging up your bones.
I love the writing. I love it when people do stuff like that. I love it when they're saying so much more with a very simple scene. It could have just been an off-the-wall crazy thing, but it like had meaning, and that hits harder. How is it that Deadpool consistently like hits you in the feels, gets you everything with Vanessa?
Mr. Chimichanga turns out to be like the most heartfelt shit in all the Marvel universe. It's unbelievable.
He finds these gems, these little nuggets of joy, where he gets to actually like. Doesn't even feel like acting, you know. It's amazing acting, but it's these moments of such sincerity.
I have a feeling that this is like Universe 528 or whatever the hell it is, and Ryan Reynolds is actually Deadpool in the main sacred timeline.
I love that thought.
In our world, he's just an actor who plays Deadpool. That's the variant here.
Yeah, well, in our world, he's dead because he got shot for even considering fucking Green Lantern.
Yeah, well, we don't know if that was our reality. No, it can't be.
A parallel reality, because he actually did Green Lantern, so no, not
and
really.
he's still here.
And he's still
Yeah,
here
so that was a different one. He killed that Ryan Reynolds in his reality.
You're welcome, Canada. Now, we're talking with spoilers already. We've already told them. Anybody who hasn't seen it, get the fuck out. Let's actually talk about this shit.
Blade!
Dude!
Wesley Snipes comes out.
And everybody lost their shit.
It was amazing.
And then, like, fucking Channing Tatum had tried so hard to get that Gambit
That's
property.
how you're going to drop it? Channing Tatum
was Gambit, like comic book accurate costume, and the accent surprisingly done really well. Not cheesy, not corny, not dislikable, really well.
This
God,
outfit,
he made a great Gambit.
This outfit to a T.
Yes.
Boots. The whole everything. The headpiece, the jacket, the gloves. He looked
charged fucking pole, like knocking people out.
Yeah, he had the techno bow. He'd charge it up and he'd friggin' stick somebody with it charge them up, and then boom! It was.
Oh my God!
Awesome.
Oh, that's the thing that I was talking about. Like
throwing cards.
They gave these other people who were passionate about their Marvel projects a platform.
Let's keep going. We're not even done. Just that scene. Who else showed up?
You're dropping on them.
The icing on the top. The cherry on top. X-23. Daphne Keane, all grown up.
And the dynamic with Hugh Jackman. He's a different Wolverine. But, like, it's undeniable. And he, like you can see, he kind of got uncomfortable when he saw her because he knew what the other version of him, the better version of him, like went through. The one that Wade idolizes and like, oh my God, like you are the X-Man. And you know, here comes the thing that, like, I don't. Okay, so Wolverine having this existential crisis over something that he didn't fully embrace his role, right, as Wolverine, which, you know, had an effect in the story, and also, like, that's the driving momentum behind the story to reflect Hugh Jackman's, I guess, journey as the character. And, you know, he has to embrace that to protect this girl that, like, you know, I don't know. It was great that she was like the connecting tissue that actually sold it and showed him like who he could be. Even though, like, I love that line that, like, you were never the right one.
You were always the wrong
Until
guy.
you were.
Until you were, yeah. Until you needed to be. And it's always you. You're always that.
You know what I
So that
love
you too.
about that, when they all finally came together and they were like, yeah, let's fucking do this. She's like, let's fucking go. And then it comes, and it's just like all the other Deadpool movies. Instead of a taxi cab, they're in a Honda. A Honda what?
I did miss Dopinder.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the spirit of this is that they're in just some regular car, but it's Gambit, Blade,
And
Elektra.
it's beat to shit because
Wolverine,
Wolverine
there's blood everywhere.
They
It's-
fucking destroyed each other in this car, you know, in and outside of this car. The scene where Wolverine comes flying through the windshield,
Dude.
was absolutely hilarious.
Guys, tell me if you
Oh my God.
whether you agree or disagree with this. That scene that he just said, where Wolverine flies through the front of the windshield, that was totally not CGI. That's like wire work, and it was beautiful. It was like
It
that,
was
but
fast, but it was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, immediately, I'm like, where is the rewind and pause button? There were so many comic book cover moments in this movie. Oh my God,
shit! We
beautifully.
didn't even talk. All right, so now
Yep.
the Wolverine variants.
Yeah.
Holy shit! All right, so let's start with let's start with the little people in the room. There was the
Little Wolverine.
The little Wolverine. Rather than
the actual size, like what
what they
Wolverine
did,
size
but
is
it was
supposed to
Hugh
be,
Jackman's
Yes.
face was hilarious.
was on that little body, and it was like, you know, they found a way to get it there. You know, it was almost like a taste of it. To me,
Is this what you want? Is this
Yes.
what you really want?
Yeah. Here, look at this. This is what a lot of you said you wanted it, right? Could you imagine a whole like series of
We
movies
didn't get
with
to
this
see.
guy?
We didn't. Well, maybe we didn't get to see him fight, but
Like if
It's a-
Colossus would have picked him up and did the
I think he was a
fastball,
little. I think he was a little disproportionate, but whatever. I mean,
I could see the Colossus from Deadpool picking his ass up and flinging him at
totally,
a Sentinel.
totally.
Like that would have been fantastic.
the patch one was quick, nice nod, nothing big, but then
Feral Wolverine.
Age of Apocalypse,
One-armed.
missing the arm. I got him
Like
up
hair,
here.
just like wild man.
Ah,
Going
like,
absolutely apeshit.
that was amazing too. I know I'm missing at least one. There's more.
Yeah. Henry Cavill
Oh my
showing up
God, that
as
one.
a Wolverine.
Yeah.
And
Everyone
like,
wanted
oh
that.
my
What did you
God,
guys
yes.
think? What did you think about that? Would you want Henry Cavill going forwards? How old is he? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my
I
head.
think he's
no.
in his 40s. So he, you know,
He can do it for a little while longer.
yeah, he's got a decade in him at least.
And I think that, I mean, I heard about like Daniel Radcliffe. You know, people had talked about like him doing it, and then
No
like
offense,
they
but his
tried-
eyes are too close together. I don't know what it is. I look at him and I just don't see. I can't. I
It
couldn't.
would be hard to see Wolverine in.
There's a
Harry
reason he
Potter.
needed glasses.
But like I said that, and then I saw the one where they had the guns on his hands, guns akimbo. Like he was fantastic in that. Like, he's got a lot of range. He really does.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
like,
but
I kind of think
it
that
doesn't mean he'd make a good Wolverine.
That's true. That's true. But you know,
We're going to speculate about
doesn't
Wolverines.
necessarily
Who
mean
would
that
be
he-
the best Wolverines in modern day? I got another
know.
one. Carl Urban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
The
boys kind of.
totally.
I mean, he
But
kind of
he's-
has
but
that
he's the
vibe
same
a little bit,
age.
but he's older.
Yeah, so it's no. I wouldn't want him to. I would want him to. I wish he was a variant, but nobody.
Yes, a variant would have been great.
Nobody. He wasn't getting the Henry Cavill talk.
It would have been kind of funny if, like, Daniel Radcliffe came walking in and, like, almost parodying the fact that he's being a Wolverine and like, fucking no. like throw him.
Or have another one kill him.
Yes, yeah.
We also got, well, let's skip ahead to, I want to talk about Gambit too. Look, Channing Tatum's fine. I mean, I like it. I like him in a lot of things.
He's a little wide-faced for the Gambit, but, like, he's fantastic.
But in the suit, like we said, looked amazing, and he didn't. The way he played the Cajun or the Creole speak was fantastic.
Yeah, it wasn't cheesy. It wasn't corny. It wasn't forced. It seemed very natural.
I bought it.
Yeah, so did I. And the fact that, like, you know, it gave Ryan Reynolds something to play off of and kind of joke about, which is great.
Yeah, because he was funny himself, but he's also, you know, he's crass.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
And he was just badass.
Yeah.
He was badass as a character.
Totally.
Like,
and he was willing to go out, like, have a drink in my name.
When you get out of here, you have a drink for me, yeah?
So, like, to me, if I'm Channing Tatum, I'm hitting my mic. If I'm Channing Tatum, I'm treating this movie as like, if this
An
is
audition.
the only. Well, okay, an audition, but at least like, you know, a
Or if
swan
this is
song,
the
like,
only
hey,
way, yeah.
this is my one chance to do it.
Show you
for
what you could have had.
Yeah, like, hey, if Ryan Reynolds can be a part of a production team that does a trailer and puts in, like, leaks it out. Oh, how did that get out to everybody on the internet? And then, like, that caused such a stir that
This movie is a giant leak. This movie is a, hey, here's what we could do.
This is what we could have had this whole time. Like, why did it take this long to do this?
Because Fox didn't listen to people. That's why they're dead. Let's talk about the Chris Evans of it all. This man
oh my God,
shows
fantastic.
up in the
wildlands. What do they call that? The
Badlands.
The purged, like, you know, when you get purged with the stick.
The Void.
The Void. That's right, the Void. So he's in the Void,
and he's wearing a hood. You can hear his voice clearly, and you see sleeves, and there's like blue, red, white, and blue
underneath it. So you're like, oh yeah, and
it's
then he comes down. He uncowls himself, and you see that it's Chris Evans, and immediately you're thinking, fucking Cap, yeah!
And as the bad guys come in, he's getting ready. He's like, I got this, guys.
Yeah.
And then Deadpool's like, oh, he's about to say it. He's about to say it. He's like,
Avengers assemble! Flame on! What the?
So cool.
Amazing.
I know
Amazing.
people had theorized that might happen in Secret Wars, but it happened in this, and it was great. And what Pyro does to her and what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. It was hilarious.
And his personality as Johnny Storm was fantastic. It wasn't the same from the other movies. It was over the top, but like really well done.
And the whole shit that happened afterwards.
Oh my God.
When they end up at Cassandra Nova, Deadpool goes through this whole thing. You said blah 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 blah. Like just.
I never said that. Those words never even came out of my mouth. I don't even know what half those things mean.
Whap! She turns him into a
inside out popsicle. What the hell?
Pile of meat.
Yeah, just collapses into just like bones and tissue. Ew.
It was disgusting and amazing.
Yeah.
And then you don't find out until the very end because you're like, you know, Deadpool just made shit up and threw him under the bus.
Right, yeah, he was egging her on, just like, oh my God, like, and he's like, why would he make all this stuff up about him? What is he doing? You know?
But at the very end of the movie, in the post-credit scene, he
Stick around for it.
Deadpool is at the TVA, and he goes back and watches
I'm
it.
sick and tired of people saying that, like, that's not what happened. Here, let's look at the receipt.
I'm tired of these absolutely vile rumors that I got Johnny killed. Let's look at the tape.
In the void, you're either food for Elias or you work for her. What a ball of hell. In fact, I don't give a shit if she removes all my skin and pops me like some nightmarish blood balloon. If the last thing I do in this godforsaken cum gutter existence, I won't be happy until I've urinated on a freshly barbecued corpse and husk fucked the charred remains while gargling juggernauts juggernauts. Wow. And you can quote me.
Okay. Gotcha, fuckface.
And he says every single one of those things that the Deadpool said to Cassandra Nova. And I don't care if she knows I said it.
Quote me! Okay.
That was so good. Oh my! And
Oh man,
which
Wolverine
takes
was
us-
so pissed at him. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
takes us to Cassandra Nova. If you guys aren't familiar with her in the comic books, I've got no.
I wasn't.
I've got no words for you. You should just Google Cassandra Nova. She's balls to the wall, totally in control of everybody at the. Here's one thing I don't understand. They said Juggernaut's helmet, kept her out, which makes perfect sense. The same way that Magneto's helmet does.
Sure. Yeah.
I hate that Juggernaut, by the way. I wish they had gone with the one from Ryan Reynolds or Deadpool 2.
Well, I mean, they had to play cleanup.
Yeah, and they're doing the...
Ray Park came back as Toad.
Was
and
it
he
Ray
got
Park?
his. Yeah, I mean, it sure looked like it to me. Like I didn't have
I
it
couldn't
to be
tell,
able
but
to stop and rewind.
That did not
but it sure
look like,
look like
that
him.
did not look like Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
Isn't it Vinnie Jones who played Juggernaut?
The guy who played Juggernaut was not the same guy from
That's what I
The
thought,
Last Stand.
because he said he was never putting that shit on again.
No. It was a different dude.
So, either way, what I'm saying is, if he's been there the whole time and that helmet protects him, and he's that fucking strong, why didn't he just squish her?
Because he was all about it, man. He was all about the power and, like, to him it was playtime too.
I guess so.
He was on board with her style of crazy.
You guys,
her crazy
let me
matched
know.
his crazy.
Let me know. Is that what it is? Or is he just a bitch and he was afraid?
Afraid. I
but
saw
how-
zero fear in him at all. He just seemed like he was, enjoying every moment.
And they were able to include all kinds of people. They even had Lady Deathstrike. I saw. They had Pyro.
And they didn't make a thing of it either. It was like such an aside.
She's just there.
The battle starts, and of course, her and Wolverine are going at it. Like, you see it. It's a great fight. Like, I mean, you saw 2 seconds of it, but, like, it was such an ensemble thing. So much movement. So many different things here and there.
All of the fights were fantastic.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single one. Obviously the climax when our ragtag team of Blade, Gambit, Elektra, X-23, Deadpool, and Wolverine all coming in there,
Storming the compound.
and then just
Good luck storming the castle.
tearing people up. It was absolutely fantastic, amazing. I got to see it again and again and again to really. I mean, I'm still trying to absorb it.
Yeah, they did mention that there was a whole area in this place that had a whole bunch of Deadpools, and they're like, they're bad news. I seriously thought that they were going to show up in that fight. But they soon show up to cause some shit when our heroes actually make it to the TVA.
You're forgetting. Nice Deadpool showed up way before these guys, and he warned them about these guys. And he had Dogpool
Yeah,
with
that's
him,
right.
which is Ryan Reynolds looking clean and pretty with long hair. He looks like a Ronin almost.
Yes, he did.
And
It
he's
was
just
like
the sweetest guy. But he's
a
got
cover of Creed, like he should be on a beach or like one of those romance novels,
and he's got
Fabio version.
He's got the Nicolas Cage guns from Face Off, the beautiful golden guns.
Oh God, yeah.
And the moment Deadpool sees those, he's just like,
Yeah, you knew he was getting those guns.
Yeah,
He's
he's
getting
like,
those guns.
and he wants his dog, and the guy's like, "Oh, the only way you're gonna get this is over my dead body." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're dead.
That's you
You
just
are
signed,
dead, sir."
You just signed that warrant.
So skip forwards, way later in the movie, we see him again. The Deadpool Corps shows up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, there they are." Deadpool ends up using him as a shield.
The human shield.
And he's like, you know,
He's
you're gonna...
like, so how long does it take for you to regenerate?
And he doesn't regenerate.
Regenerate? I don't know what you're talking about.
He's the one. He's the one Deadpool.
The one that can't. Like, they actually made it almost seem like when Deadpool and Wolverine are like powering through all of the Deadpool variants, and they get to the end, like they kind of made it seem like, okay, like maybe Wade is the only one that has the regenerative powers.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like nope, like
They just got back
the
up.
nice
like,
one was the only one that didn't. Everybody just got right back up and was like, oh, okay.
and then out comes Peter Pool
Peter Pool
with giant nuts. And in his zipper that's like busting at the top.
We are Deadpool.
We are.
Sorry,
Deadpool.
wait, we? No.
Peter saved him, man.
Yeah, he did.
It's pretty epic. I gotta
because
say,
everybody fucking loves Peter.
everybody and
He's a teddy bear.
And in the beginning of that scene, for the first time ever, Wolverine pulls up the mask
Oh my god.
and puts it on, and then
I deliberately did not want to see anything from this film at all before I saw it.
no
'cause I wanted
previews.
every
Even. This man
moment to
avoids
hit it.
everything.
I did for this one. I don't do it for everything, but like this one was a special one, and I really wanted to be surprised about what decisions they decided to make. But I did say in my head, they better as hell put him in the full costume. From what I've seen from the promos, he's in the costume, but like, where's that mask?
Dude, the mask was amazing. Amazing. I mean, obviously, you've seen it. So, what did you guys think? Do you think it was stupid? I didn't.
I didn't.
Any of the
I thought it could be. I thought it could look stupid. I thought, like...
The only moments that were iffy for me, and tell me, I already know some people are going to use this against the movie, and I don't. But that whole fighting through the Deadpools into the bus, through the bus, looked like a video game. And when they came out of it even, it looked like a video game.
And you got to put your money somewhere, right? You got to make some hard decisions. You can't, there was a lot of controversy about Disney Plus and all these Marvel movies and how much it's taxing the visual effects community to actually produce all this really quality stuff.
Pay them.
Yes, pay them, but golly, man, dude, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of time. And, I mean, you got a lot of stars showing up in this film.
Yeah, you really do got to decide.
I wonder how much they got paid for it. It really feels to me in this movie that they were like out minimum.
Yeah.
Just give me
something on the back end. I'll take a point.
Yeah. Like I just want to be in the film. I just want to be my character. I just want to. That was their whole thing.
Do the
Give
Robert
them the nice send off.
Do the Robert Downey Jr. shit. He's like, I'll work for basically free. I just want, just a taste on the back end. But a taste of billions of dollars is a lot of money.
Man, and Robert Downey, he earned it, man.
Yeah, definitely. They're bringing him back in
what
some
they
fashion.
were able to accomplish was magic. I know that it has its flounderings, especially later on. I don't care. I still find nuggets of things to really enjoy in everything that they've put out. There have been some disappointment to it. Like I don't get the hate for Quantumania.
Me either. Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot.
It was fun. It wasn't like the best Marvel movie by any stretch, but it was definitely fun, man. I have holes.
Yeah. The moving towards having to have what
holes.
Did you notice that?
Yes,
Deadpool?
Yes. That was another great.
They all fucking loved him, and one person's head just went right in his mouth. Like, there you go.
Peter Pool. He's just like, they're all around him celebrating him, and one of them's just like, oh yeah.
He's their puppy. He's their like big floppy tongue
that was
puppy.
another great part of them. Fucking Wolverine grabs Dogpool, and he stands up, and they're like, hold your fire!
Yeah, and like nobody does anything, and he's like kind of giving him a scowl as he's walking with this dog, and they're just like,
they would never hurt
Dogpool. Not that dog, not Dogpool. They all are.
They're Deadpool.
They're Deadpool. Yeah, they're like, Oh no. I'm not gonna do that. No.
Oh, okay. So when
I'm just kidding.
they end up having to go to the conduits, and Deadpool grabs the one and he's like reaching for the other, I knew it was obvious. It was obvious.
Yes, it's obvious that they were going to have
That
to
he
do
would
it
come
together.
in there.
Yes.
And he comes in there. Wolverine comes in there, and he ends up grabbing the thing, and then his shirt just
Rips right off, just blows off. And in my mind, because of this whole journey was about like, Deadpool wanted to be an Avenger. And he's like, well, now you get to be an Avenger. I personally was like watching that going, oh, he's going to start like doing that Avengers theme, like, and start humming it as they're doing that thing, because it just seemed like that's when the music would swell in an Avengers movie. I kind of like, in my head, he was doing it. And I was like, I was waiting for it, and it was like, oh, I guess it didn't happen. There's so many moments like that in movies where like I see something coming or I expect it's coming and it happens.
And then instead,
so when it doesn't, it's like I kind of get a little surprised and go, oh, okay, they didn't do it.
yeah, instead they just give you the most incredible ripped abs of a 50-year-old
God.
man.
Oh my God.
And then when they were holding hands and they ended up like bridging the
loom, not the loom, the pruner,
the machine. I can't remember what they called it.
It like shreds it.
Some generic thing. That was another thing. If I had to say another complaint, it was like they just came up with a plot device thing. Some random pruning machine thing. Like,
the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
They should have called it the MacGuffin.
It's fine, but whatever it is.
I mean, the main bad guy's whole thing is like, hey, your universe is collapsing. It's going away. It's on the way. It's the way of the dodo. So, like, typically this stuff takes a long time. But honestly, like, who's got the time for that shit?
Yeah, let's just get it over with.
Put it out of its misery. I'm being merciful. I'm trying to just like, let's get it done now. And it's like, well, no, give everybody their time. Let them do their thing. And I kind of like the thought that they can't make it one timeline. They can. They tried in Loki. They tried to. They can't because Sony still hasn't been bought by Disney. And
can we address the green thing in the room that we never addressed this whole time?
To what are you referring?
The fact that there's a point where Deadpool says something about the Hulk, and he's like, "He's behind me, isn't he?" And for that brief second, we thought we were gonna get an Incredible Hulk versus Wolverine. But
I don't remember that. When did that happen?
Early on, when he was going from Wolverine to Wolverine.
Oh, shit.
He was just like falling through doors, going to different ones.
I think I missed that because I think there was a little talk happening, and like I kind of turned around.
Yeah, it's a blink and you miss it, sort of.
Gotcha, yeah.
Unbelievable. That would have been great, but we still have Secret Wars. It's possible. We'll see.
That's true.
We'll see. I mean, they're going to call on them.
Oh, I was pretty convinced that we were going to see a Spider-Man in this.
And we didn't.
Like, he was even in the car doing... and, like, fucking Wolverine was irritated, as always. And I'm like, when is someone going to show up? That would have been so great.
We'll get it in Secret Wars, I think.
Stop it.
I know a lot of people say that there's like superhero fatigue, but superhero fatigue is from we're fatigued watching
from crappy movies.
Yeah, don't abuse us with like crap. Don't take the things that we like that we're excited about seeing and then make it into something that hurts us. Like,
I said this in my Toy Tuesdays origin story. And I titled the video, Why I Quit Collecting Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
It starts with me quitting collecting. Because I am not going to just pay for crap.
Right.
If something isn't quality, why am I going to buy it? Just because it's the brand? Like, no, get the
why are you crapping on my characters? Why you put some effort into the damn thing?
Exactly.
Well, we just want to make a buck.
And
put something on there.
And
like,
it's no different.
Take this other guy and like paint him with a red face. Now he's Deadpool. There you go.
No different than it is with the from the action figures to the movies for me.
That's right.
So, you know, a lot of people they're like, what? You don't like most of the X-Men movies? Absolutely not. They're garbage. I don't know how you people can like them, other than the fact that maybe you've never read a comic book in your life.
They don't know that there was something way better, that they had all the
I wonder
material to just do it. Convert this into live action. What do
you people who are those people? What do you think about X-Men '97? Because that is the X-Men.
Yeah,
that's true X-Men.
No doubt.
That's as close to the comics as you're ever gonna get.
I watched your reaction video to the 5th episode of the season. When Gambit had his big moment. If you're watching this, come on, you had to have seen it already.
Be sure to check out X-Men '97 Reactions with Talent.
You had to, right?
If you haven't seen X-Men '97, tune out, go watch, then watch my reactions, then come back
Take note of the time. Take note of the time. Don't do that. Come back here. We'll talk about this more.
You're going to have so much homework by the time you're done watching this.
So I says to Mabel, I said.
So he says to Mabel, he says.
So then I says to Mabel, I says,
who the fuck is Mabel?
What? You okay? Let's finish this review.
It's a late. I'm a little tired.
You want some maple syrup? I'll get it for you later. All right. So, to wrap things up, Deadpool and Wolverine, in my opinion, I mean, you could call it Deadpool 3, but it really is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, it's a transitional thing.
But out of all the Deadpool movies, it's definitely my favorite. It's probably my favorite Fox. It's not Fox anymore, but in that vein, and it was a swan song. The mid-credit scene, they show all of the X-Men movies, different outtakes. It was a great send-off. It was the best of them. Ryan Reynolds.
It wasn't just X-Men. They did Jennifer Garner as Elektra, all
the Fox.
Of yes, all of their properties.
It was a great send-off.
It was. It really showed you the love that went into it and why they did it. I'm going to tell you that I would watch this one time and time and time and time again.
Yeah.
There's so much to see,
yeah.
And it is triumphant. But I would watch the other ones for the story and the feels, for different reasons.
Deadpool doing the NSYNC stuff. Bye.
Killed me. Oh,
everyone in the theater was laughing.
During the beating down with Wolverine's skeleton, oh my God, it was perfect. It was perfect. It was fantastic. Absolutely
hilarious. I could watch that over and over again.
I know why you say that this is your favorite, and it is fantastic. I'm going to say that they're neck and neck to me.
All right.
To me personally,
they bring different all things. Three of them are neck and neck, or 2 and 3.
Yeah, don't make me pick. Don't make me
all
pick
right, we
between
won't
the
make
children's. I love them all. They tickle me in different places.
Ladies and gentlemen, this movie is fantastic. Can't recommend it enough. I really think you guys should see it ASAP. If you haven't already and you're watching this, you're nuts. Because we just spoiled everything.
Everything.
If you have seen it and you're watching this, how many more times are you going to see it? Let me know in the comments, because I want to go at least 2 more times while it's still in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this on the Oculus.
Tell them what we're going to do.
Well, we're watching Deadpool 1. We're watching Deadpool 2, but we're doing it on the Oculus in big screen while we're watching it in these different crazy environments and having a reaction.
For you old people who don't know what an Oculus is, it's not even an Oculus. They call it a MetaQuest now.
Yeah.
It's a VR headset. And we are in a virtual environment watching the movie while he is literally 2 hours away.
Right?
He could have been in England, and I could be here, and we can watch the same thing and interact as if we were in the same room. It's absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to have our inaugural VR reaction or re-reaction to Deadpool #1. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
All right, folks. Grab your popcorn. And let's watch Deadpool. Oh, got him right. He's gonna get him in the ass.
Right up Main Street. Four.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
But it is.
If that gets really popular, it might be a cool thing to if people are interacting with us in comments and they can suggest what movie next to do, and we might even put it out to, like, you know, any fan that actually wants to interact and show up
in the movie theater
with us, because all it takes is, you know, one of us hosting the film and inviting you in, and then we can all like watch, react, and chat all at the same time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm tired. It's late.
Yeah, we talked enough. A lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real fun thing to go through this and chop.
Edit.
It's gonna take me 2 years.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the 2 year ago Deadpool Wolverine. Talent finally got through it.
Oh, and, you know, Deadpool 5's coming out now. Like, oh, we finally got our Deadpool 3 reactions. Yeah.
Well, to all you people at home, I'm Talent.
I'm Skillz.
Here's wishing you a merry Marvel weekend. Go see Deadpool if you haven't. If you haven't, I don't know why you're watching.
Why the hell are you here? I'm glad you're here, but who does this before they go to see? What?
Weirdos.
What?
All right, guys. I love you, Skillz.
Love you too, man. This was fantastic.
We will see you next time, whenever that may be.
Yo, come back every time we do this, and we'll keep doing them.
Yeah. Show some love. Give us some comments. Give us some likes. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Talent.
I'm Skillz.
Peace.
There you go.